Hey guys, it's Crystal Means here. For those of you who don't know me, welcome, or welcome back to my channel, where we create, love, and inspire you to living your absolute best life. In today's video, I'm going to be spilling the tea on 7 helpful tips that I have that will help you discover what you really need in your life. So if you're ready for that, let's get started. Let's get to it. One of my absolute favorite topics to talk about is self-growth. Anything having to do with self-love, self-care, I'm all in. The start of my personal journey into becoming who I am today started with life after life occurring, and thing after thing after thing started occurring in my life that started making me feel unfulfilled. I was unhappy. I had no clear direction. I felt lost, misunderstood. And it took a lot of soul searching to get where I am today. And I'm going to share with you guys the 7 tips that really catapulted me into getting to the next level. Leveling. Hey, it's called leveling the up. That's what this is about today. Okay, so the very first thing, find ways to just get still. It's when you remove all of the outer conditions that are nothing but distractions, right? You got to sit by yourself and you've got to get that clarity, because you're never going to get to where you need to go if you don't know where it is that you're going. And the only way to figure that out is you got to look inside yourself. I use meditation. Meditation's a great tool. That is something that has been super implemental in my life. It allows my mind just to get clear, and it allows it just for everything to slow down. The number one thing everybody really kind of forgets to do is breathe. Like, breathing is so important, and breathing will help you get into that meditative state that you need in order to be able to quiet the mind and figure out what it is that gets your clock ticking. So you can do this in many ways. It is, you do journaling, just sit by yourself. You just start doing automatic writing. That helped to me. Walking, go for some walks, do some guided walking meditations, and just being out in nature. When you get out with nature, it allows me to connect. All of a sudden, when I started to implement that as like a major part of my life, getting outdoors and taking walks, and I like to go to nature reserves, the beach, anything that's going to connect you with nature is something that's definitely going to help you. It's going to help. Figure out what it is that you want in your life. I know we figure out and we focus on things that we don't want, and that's super important, yeah, but start focusing on what you do want. Focus on the positives, because that's going to give you the momentum and the motivation to continue to keep going down the road, because we're in the long stretch, folks, right? We're not in the short-term sprint. We're in the long term. We want that gold medal. We don't want that bronze or that silver. We want that gold medal. So it's all about the long term. We got to be training. We got to be training our bodies and our minds and our spirit for what it is that we want. So my ultimate favorite is feeling your feelings. You got to feel them. And a lot of people might shy away from that because it's uncomfortable. And who wants to deal with the icky love stuff, right? Who wants to open up their Pandora's box? I don't want to open up my Pandora's box, but you know what? I had to, because I want an absolute abundant life. I want to be fully abundant, and I want to learn, hey, what are my quirks and my kinks, and where have I carried past relationship baggage into my next relationships? What is that baggage? Oh my gosh, I have an epiphany. Now I've got to cry about it. And don't stop yourself from crying, because you have to let that out, right? Feel your feelings. That's why sometimes it's better just to be off by yourself, and you need to gain that solitude. Okay? It's just so important, and it's definitely needed. So listen very clearly. You got to take some me time. I would take time to read. I'm huge on self-help books. You could find me at any Barnes & Noble, and I will be in 2 sections. I'm either going to be in the astrology section, or I'm going to be in the self-help section, because, you know what I mean? I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Get involved in a hobby, right? Take naps. Decide if you're not a napper, take a nap, especially if you're feeling stressed. I mean, gosh, man, we're in our feelings, you know, it's really exhausting sometimes. It can be a lot of really emotional work to do that. So making sure that you're tending to yourself before running around and occupying your time with 1,000,001 different things, and you're not focusing on you, right, on your inner self, and all you're doing is you just make sure you're not in avoidance by using all of the different things in your life as excuses to not really kind of going inward. So then you're all about setting intentions. Really important. You can set intentions in many ways, you know, setting a plan, committing to yourself, committing to that relationship, however it needs to go, however it needs to flow. Getting in a routine, especially for somebody who's feeling lost. You can learn a skill, a new hobby, if that's what you need to do. If you've discovered and figured out and gotten clear on who you are, what it is that you need to do for yourself, your kinks, your quirks, and you start getting into the flow, you can do that by setting these intentions for yourself, and you get into a routine. And whether your routine is you wake up in the morning, you meditate, make yourself a breakfast, try to stay away from social media too much, do things that are more physical, especially in the first part of your day, because that's going to help set the tone. That's going to help you set goals for yourself, figure out who it is that you need, and rather than starting to get your mind distracted with everything that's going on in the world, first worry about you, then you can worry about the other things in the world. Because when you have you locked in, you will become balanced. The outside world and outer influences aren't going to affect you as much, because you're going to be clear about who you are and understand what the things that it is that you need. And you'll be able to stay above the fray. It will help lead a much more balanced, peaceful life. If you're finding any value from this video at all, really appreciate any likes, shares, and subscribes. It really helps to push and keep the content flowing to reach more people. Once you've made this whole plan for yourself and you start giving yourself that self-care, the next thing you're going to do is execute. So how you're going to execute then is you're going to take it one day at a time. I know we've got the long haul, right? So you just do it one foot in front of the other, and then before you know it, you are going to be like a rock star, and you'll be executing those goals. You'll be doing the one little thing, and you're going to feel so accomplished and productive. Your days will start to be more purposeful rather than you just running through your life just taking care of things. You're going to have an objective, you're going to have clarity and an understanding, and the absolute most important thing is to have fun. Joke, laugh, enjoy the process. It's going to be messy, folks. It's going to be dirty, and you're going to totally Julianne Moore cry, Kim Kardashian cry, and there's going to be days where you're going to feel really happy, and then there's days where, you know, you're just going to be like mediocre. But that's okay, because enjoy the journey. Have fun. I can't stress that enough. Try these tips out. Let me know how they work for you. Go ahead and just place some comments down below. Let's get that community going, guys. I can't wait to hear from you. I hope you enjoyed this video again. Please like, share, and subscribe if you are interested in this content. And I will be in touch soon, guys. You know what? You guys have a fantastic week. Much love to you.